Good morning, everyone. Brian here with BMK Magic Investigations. BMK Magic Explorations. Need to remember the acronym I worked out. I also do a little lost pet finding volunteer service called BMK Animal Investigations, so I guess me getting it mixed up a bit is understandable. Anyway, this is not going to be a very long video. But I do have a little package to open, so we're doing a little bit of, I usually would call them on my other channel unboxings, and I may still do that in the title of this one, but it's not really a box. Anyway, as with most of my packages, I prefer to not have something that doesn't work or is incorrect that I'm showing off, so I tend to pre-open them, but then I show them off for what was in it. Anyway, this one came to me here from, Magic Shop San Diego, over in California, to me here. And what it is well, let's see. First we have a little manifest list here, which is a nice touch. I thought I put that back in the little thing that came in, but I guess not. Yes, this is what that came in, and really, they also were nice enough to send a couple of Jolly Ranchers, which can be nice when my mouth needs something to do besides one of these. Anyway, what is a small tube of Mystic Smoke from Fingertips. That's kind of hard to get. Okay, there we go. It's kind of focused there. You have to forgive the glare, but it happens with things that are a bit shiny on this. Of course, without the backlighting in my vlogging stick, not much would show up very well anyway. It also has directions on back how to use and all, and what this is for a stage or a stage magician, an illusionist. This is a way, there are other ways to do it, but this is something which allows you to very easily produce the effect. I know a lot of people use the term trick, but really the proper term is effect, of producing smoke from your fingertips or your hand. It could be perceived either way. This one, in this case, let me read off here a little bit with the ingredients. It says it's non-edible, which is a good warning, but it contains waxes, rosin, oil, and latex, and it says it's for ages 14 and up. And it says, I wasn't really going to try it out here because some effects from this side of magic, not to mention those in supernatural magic on the other end of things, which usually you have to wait and see if what your workings, spells, potions, whatever, have actually had the intended effect or had any effect whatsoever. So they're not usually the type of thing that's instantaneously. It's not like I could just usually snap my fingers here and get an effect for you that way. On the other hand, stage magic, performance magic of an illusionist oftentimes are things there for flash, for show, to astound, entertain, amuse, and shock an audience. And in my role as a busker or street magician, well, this is something I've used quite commonly but didn't have any on hand for a while. Anyway, I wasn't sure if I was going to show it off or attempt to on camera because some of the effects, like I was saying, not just of supernatural magic of various types, but also those of stage magic, illusion, they may or may not translate so well into a digital camera's medium, but we're going to go ahead and see. Okay, first directions are to remove the cap and pierce tube with the end of the cap. Simple enough. Do that. Turn the cap upside down. There we go. It's pierced. Ooh, a little sticky stuff there, but oh well. Okay. Place a small amount on your thumb. Simple enough. Doesn't take much of this stuff, just a little bit. The other reason why I was kind of reluctant to do this is because it's a 12cc tube, which it's a fair size for that, but still, that's if you use it too much, that's size where you could run down your supply before too long. Anyway, whoa, there we go a little bit. And I didn't even do anything yet. Okay, step 3, rub thumb and first two fingers together. And then step 4, snap your fingers apart and make a throwing motion with your wrist. A cloud of smoke will appear. Okay, here we go. Rub vigorously and all. Not sure if the effect is actually showing up on camera. I can see it here, but not sure if you guys are going to be able to see it real well. Anyway, the effect, you know, it's not actual smoke. It's just, with what it's made of, it's supposed to look like it. This is useful for being a little bit of a stunning, astounding effect. A lot of people are like, wait a minute, how'd you get smoke come straight out of your fingers? Well, as they say in the trade, you know, even for a simple busker street magician like myself, you don't really talk about and tell your secrets, except for to maybe other members of the trade, you know, other stage magicians, illusionists, or somebody who's apprenticing to you. Good reason for this, because back in the day, you'd be at risk of others stealing part of your act, and since not everybody had seen everything, you know, you didn't want somebody else to pick up on your stuff and take it. So, I'm not sure after this gets uploaded and all if the effect actually did or did not show up on camera. I've got a little more that came out of the tube that I wasn't intending. Let me go ahead and deal with that and then close this back up before it ruins more of my supply than not. Thank you. But anyway, you just, it doesn't even have to be that vigorous of a rubbing, you know, on your fingers. It's just a little bit between the first 2 fingers and your thumb. And of course you can flick as you get done and it appears like a little puff of smoke has come out. I think maybe right there, I'm not sure if my camera caught or not, but I think you could see a little bit there that it does have the effect. That's part of the flick. It gets it to kind of come off in a way that, when you see it up close, it looks, does look like smoke, like a really white white smoke. But it also has that appearance as though, when you see it up close, it's kind of stringy looking. You know, you can tell that's part of why it looks that way. Anyway, it's a very simple effect that I'd like to use not only as part of my Busker Street Magician's performance magic, but also it does have a little bit of tiny utility for, say if you're like me, a syncretic eclectic neo-pagan witch, as I tend to put it, by faith, you know. I've used this oftentimes when, say, somebody from, say, one of the Abrahamic religions, like a Christian and all, would try to advise me, with those beliefs you're going to hell and all. Not too hard to slip some of this on my finger from a tube in my pocket, and then they won't really notice too much that you're rubbing your hand together unless you really draw attention to it. And then I can produce a little bit of this smoke effect and be like, well, maybe I'll see you there, or been there, done that. It's a way of being a jerk about it and all, but really if somebody's insulting you or trying to judge you about what you believe religiously, spiritually, or whatever, why be nice to them about it? I don't care. And as it goes, I've actually, one pastor who tried that with me and I did this with, he never bothered me again. So it can be useful in that regard too. Anyway, I guess this video is getting where it's going to run more or less around 10 minutes. And I don't mean for it to run that long. This whole little tube here and all cost me to get shipped out. Not quite $8. I think it's like $7.59 or something before everything else. Then with shipping, handling, and tax, it was a little over $13. So almost paid twice as much for all that than I did for the item itself. But still, that's not so bad. That's an under $20 purchase, and I wouldn't consider that too bad. There were some places I saw where it was much more expensive. Like somebody was asking for like 18 bucks for the same thing. No. So thank you to Magic Shop San Diego for having it available affordably, and I'll definitely probably reorder some more after a while. Not that I'm nearly, I mean, I probably dipped into the very, very top end of this thing now, so I've got plenty left for a while. But when I need some more, I know where I'm going to be looking if they're still around. So anyway, it can be sticky enough that I used maybe just a bit much. I should have probably used a bit less, but I've got quite a bit to rub and get off here. No recommendations and links today, as I really don't have anything to do with that right now, but, you know. If you enjoy this channel's content, please feel free to like, share, and subscribe, and please don't hesitate to leave any questions, comments, or suggestions down in the comments section below. You guys, everyone take care. Have a wonderful Sunday morning. And remember to look to seek to try to put a little bit more magic into your lives, and I hope this channel and I have been a bit of help with that. Take care, and I'll see you again in the next one.